Double-E Cross! Hi, my name is Anna, and I'm a singer.
Hi, my name is Peyton, and I'm a dancer.
And today, what are we doing today?
Today, we are back with more comeback, solo reactions?
I don't know. In the interviews, he keeps calling it a comeback.
Right, Bama calls it a comeback.
Right? But it's his first solo.
We are back with more solo music video reactions.
Yes.
I'm just gonna say their names. We're gonna watch Bam Bam and Yukim's solo music videos because they just came out last week and we're catching up on things we missed while Anna was on vacation. There you go.
So yes, the two Magnes of GOT7 have just released solos. So we're going to be reacting in order of release. So first we're going to do Bam Bam's song Ribbon with the two B's capitalized.
Double B.
Yes. And then second we're going to react to Yugyeom's song called 네 잘못이야, All Your Fault, featuring Gray. But yeah.
If you haven't seen our other videos about GOT7 on this channel, then we'll just fill you in now. We are both Agases. We've been Agases basically since their debut, a little bit after for me.
A little bit before. I mean, I watched Dream High 2 when it came out, so JJ Project.
Anyways, let's get into the reactions. We're really excited. This is gonna be really fun.
Go! I have a few expectations based on the teaser, but also because of Bam Bam as a person for what this is gonna sound like.
Yeah.
Very trendy, but also cute.
But it's literally what it's gonna be.
Yes. Magic! Magic.
He's so cute. Bam Bam. Oh, it's like going into Pandora's box.
Ah. But see, the trap beat for like the whole thing. Yes. Oh, is this like a message to...
Wait! I have to watch it.
Okay.
They didn't show. Yeah.
They're in a musical though, with all the different outfits.
Huh. He just... Yeah.
Huh?
Same.
Two Bams.
Double
Bam
B.
Bam! Brum brum. Oh? Oh my gosh, that... Wait! It's like Tastua!
Oh!
Oh! Dude and the horse thing.
Yeah. I also expected all of these different outfits, like very fashion forward. Yeah. I have not been let down yet. Like,
oh, with like any of the settings.
Oh, that was cute.
Oh, it pulled back for this part. It's lighter.
Is it? It's bald. Like,
there's also
horn.
Yeah.
Aww.
Skirt. There's the skirts.
Yeah, I was waiting for it. It's just so on brand. Like, everything about this. It makes me so happy. Aww.
His eyes match the background.
Oh, it was so good.
Oh yeah, this line, I've liked it since the teasers.
He's gotten older, but his expressions aren't the same.
Oh.
Like, when he thinks something's funny and he wants you to think it's cute.
All the credits.
Aww.
That makes me happy.
See? Oh, this makes me so happy. He's having such a good time.
Oh wait, are his nails painted? I didn't notice.
I didn't see it close enough.
It looked like they were pink. Yeah.
Yeah. Amazing. Is he eating it?
Is he pretending?
Honestly, I got really distracted by how cute it was and by like how much fun he was having and just what a good time the whole music video and song and experience was that I did not comment on the dance while we were reacting. So my bad. Sorry about that. It was just so good to see him enjoying himself and like enjoying getting to do what he loves to do. And it felt like there had been weight lifted off his shoulders. And I also really liked the creative freedom that you could tell that he had in this release because everything about it screamed Bam Bam. We'd said this before, there were things that we were sort of expecting, like very trendy song, trendy dances, very fashion forward. All of that was there. The sets were very Bam Bam. Like it sort of looks expensive, honestly, like very fashionable, but also super cute and his facials were very on brand. So it was just like everything I could have wanted for Bam Bam in solo music. I was very happy. But it's kind of unfortunate I didn't talk about the dance because it's really interesting. So let's say some things. For one, like it is very trendy. There are a lot of trendier dances in it. Like you can see the renegade, he hits the whoa, there's some like dabbing in there which was also very Bam Bam.
Iconic.
And just other things that you'd recognize from these trendier like dance challenges. But I really liked it because the whole thing was very upbeat and very buoyant and very bright and it's like goes along with the message perfectly. That feeling stayed despite the fact that it was full of like isolations that he was hitting very sharply. And that's very difficult to do because usually if you're trying to get that upbeat feeling, you have to sort of like, bright, happy, and then to like pop and lock into place, it changes the feeling. But he was able to keep both there and that was really impressive. And yeah, there were just so many small isolations and so many small details in the dance that I was like, first of all, for a soloist choreography, it had a lot more choreography than I was expecting. Because we've said before, usually, especially in choruses, they'll pull back so that they can sing. But he danced the whole time. It was just so detailed. Like every beat in the chorus had a movement. And it wasn't just like an arm movement changing or a foot movement changing. He was like doing multiple things at one time so that it stayed very interesting. And there is just this amazing footwork section at the end. It's beautiful.
Like the outro?
Like the outro. He does this amazing footwork with all the dancers and footwork is the way to my heart. So I just really enjoyed this. As a fan, it was everything I could have wanted for him and it just made me so happy. So Anna's turn.
Hello, so it's my turn. And like Peyton also said, like we were saying in the reaction, it was everything we had hoped for, but also expected in a Bam Bam solo release. So like, for example, one thing that I said in the reaction, the trap beat, very trendy trap beat. But then also I mentioned towards the end, like the bass line that you also hear in the teasers, the like, duh, 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 duh. It's very rhythmic, more syncopated, which is like kind of cool, vibey. That's what I associate more like rhythmic bass lines with, which are also words that can be used to describe Bam Bam as a person. But also the more rhythmic bass line can also be more playful, which also can be used to describe Bam Bam as a person.
It just screams Bam Bam.
Right? And like the song in itself is pretty repetitive. Like the instrumental doesn't really change a lot. One time where it does change though is in the pre-chorus. They add like a piano, which is nice because it brings it like down a little bit. The overall vibe is still like exactly the same. Like you're feeling the beat in pretty much the same manner. So like while the instrumentation of the song is changing, the whole vibe is staying the same. And this whole song really is just kind of vibey. Like you just want to feel like this the whole time. Da, 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 like that. Starting around the second verse, you begin to hear more of those like playful sound effects come in. I know one, for example, is like when he does the broom broom part, you hear like a car engine revving sort of sound. I kind of said, I think in the reaction, like the second half of the second chorus, I was like, oh, they pulled back because they cut out the bass synth that has been present during the choruses. So it feels less heavy, it feels lighter because that's letting you know, oh, something's about to change. But then after the second chorus ends, that bass comes back in and then it's just the chorus instrumentation repeated, like instrumental repeated until the end of the song, but what he's singing is different because it's like the outro. Honestly, the outro section, like the instrumental went on for longer than I expected because like he's singing an outro section, then he does all of his like ad-lib things like the skirts and all that. And then it's just no voice, just the instrumental. It went longer than I thought it would, but at the same time, like if it's just a vibey song and it's sort of like a fade out thing, and then eventually like the bass cuts out, I don't know, it's just very Bam Bam. Even like the thing that he's singing in the chorus, like the, what is it? Da, 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 da,
Yeah.
da, da, something like that.
Yeah.
Because it's like moving around. Da, da,
Yeah. It's
da,
like how he talks.
Oh, kind of like sing-songy, kind of teasing.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that.
This is just if you took who he is as a person and
And
were
put it
like,
in a
make it a
song.
music video,
Yeah.
make it a song,
Oh.
make it a dance. Well, that was fun. Shall we go on to one that looks a little bit darker?
A little bit.
Next! Okay, so now we're going to go into something that looks a little bit darker, and we'll be watching Yukyum's solo release, which was Ni Tamoshia, All Your Fault, featuring Gray. I'm really excited. Anna's really excited. We're not laughing at him, it's just laughing at ourselves.
Yes.
Shall we?
Let's go! NYPD. Huh?
Yukyuma. What did he do?
You mean a little bit darker? A lot darker. Okay.
All Your Fault.
Oh. There's
Oh,
a
God.
body. He's all beaten up. Oh yeah. Great. Huh? He's not in a K-pop company anymore.
That's true, he's an AOMG now.
Oh.
Right? AOMG? Yeah.
Oh. What strings? I think so.
Like the,
Oh. 아이고야. Oh my. Wow, he really went for
yeah.
breaking out of the.
I want to talk.
K-pop
I actually
image.
want to talk about this in my comments. So
Oh.
yeah.
Wow, he's literally doing everything too.
They gave him an inch. He took a mile.
Oh. Oh, 또. Wow.
I feel like we've talked so much about how Yukyum's changed his image here.
Oh.
I actually am also really enjoying the song. Like
Oh,
it's making
yes.
me like vibe.
Yeah. I feel like that's kind of a given, considering we're like do the whole
Yeah.
time.
But I just want to put it out there.
Oh, it's different. The guitar line, right?
Mm.
Did they add it this time? Yeah.
Yeah. There's also something like calming about Yukyum's voice. I don't know if calming is the right word, but like,
Soothing?
yes.
Because it's kind of like higher, softer than you expect when you just look at him.
Yeah.
She cheated? Oh! How could you? Oh, flashback. I was about to say some things that are not appropriate for this channel, but I held myself back. 아이고야, 아이고야. Not saying that this is justified, but
Look at his face.
you know, the very expressive eyes.
Oh.
Evidence.
So, sadly, there's no dance in this music video, which, like, Yuki is such a great dancer that I'm a little bit like, oh. too. But just gonna plug for him, I guess. I don't know why anyone cares about my opinion. But if you haven't seen the live stages yet, go watch them. Like, they're so good. Yugyeom is such a good dancer. He's such a great performer. He has so much power, but it's so controlled all the time that it looks like everything's really easy and really loose. It's just amazing. And I only want to say one specific thing about the dance because I don't want to talk about things that we weren't like reacting to. But one thing that I did really enjoy about the dance was how so much of it, the way that it's choreographed, it sort of like builds and it's a little bit slower, and then there'll be these quick bursts of like a lot of energy, a lot of power. And it sort of reminded me of how like when you get angry, it sort of bubbles up inside you and then explodes out, which if you think about the music video, I mean, it's kind of an extreme case in the music video, but if you think about the music video, so I really enjoyed that. But he's such a good performer. But he is performing in the music video too. Like, one, he's acting, and like his acting is on point for this. But also, like you were saying at the end, his eyes, they're just so expressive, and he really has that down. Like the gaze and the way that you really feel like you're staring into his soul when he's looking into the camera. The character that he's playing, like you feel like you can understand the emotions that he's feeling. It's not just that you're seeing them, it makes you feel them too, and that's really powerful. One thing I wanted to talk about was just like, we couldn't get away from the image change. We were both so shook at the beginning. We were like, Yugyeom, like, what's going on? I think part of it is just he stepped out of the whole like straight K-pop space because he's in a company that's not really traditionally K-pop anymore, or at all. Obviously, he's sort of walking that line since he's a GOT7 member. But honestly, what I was thinking as I was watching it was like, this is a very natural progression to me. Which sounds like maybe kind of strange when you look at the specific happenings of the music video. Watching Yugyeom grow from GOT7 Maknae in 2014, like debut era, to where he is now, it feels like you're really seeing him mature, and the emotions that he portrays on stage over the years, both in the group and then in solo things that he's done. Like, I'm thinking about Hit the Stage. It feels like he's learning to show more and more mature emotions that are very like apt for the age that he's at. And so, yes, this is obviously a very extreme case, but the emotions that he's showing, like heartbreak, anger, like betrayal, that sort of thing, like those are very real emotions that people are feeling, and he shows it really, really well. So I don't know, it sounds weird to say like, oh, natural progression, because the music video is so dark, but like, it is a natural progression for him as an artist, in my opinion, and I really enjoyed that. But yeah, I really enjoyed the song, and like I said in the reaction, I really love listening to Yugyeom sing, because there's just something very like soothing about it, but I can't really talk about the specifics of the song. I want to let Anna do that, so your turn.
So before I make my comments, the first thing I wrote down, all caps, is no criticisms allowed on this song, at least not in front of me, because one, Yugyeom is my GOT7 bias, and also he composed it himself. I mean, like, he also wrote the lyrics too. And then Gray arranged it, and every single song that I've heard that he's participated in, I had ended up loving. But anyways, now, some things that are great that I love about this.
Great.
Starting off with the beginning of the song, it starts like super bare bones. I mean, like, the lyrics are, and like the story they're telling is like very emotional. So all you hear is like bass, electric guitar, and his voice. So you're like very focused on his voice, and then the Gray signature happens, and then all the other instruments come in, like you get a more like trap style beat. But then even in the first verse when he's singing, the melody is pretty simple, and it's just repeated the same like melodic line for every single line that's being sung in the verse. So because it is so simple, it feels kind of like speaking to yourself, like telling a story to yourself, but then also it's easier for your ear to catch on to the little electric guitar like line ornaments that are happening, and they draw your attention, but also like that continues on throughout the rest of the song as well. The song is like trendy. It's kind of like R&B on the trendier side too, which like is just the style of the company AOMG that he is now in. But one thing that I really wanted to talk about was the pre-chorus, because I mean, I said in the reaction, I was like, is that strings? And it is, and it's great because it's trills. So if you don't know what trills are in music, basically it's like rapidly switching between this note and the one directly adjacent, like right above it, back and forth like that. If you see it written in sheet music, it's literally written like this. I thought that was really interesting for the pre-chorus, because in songs, pre-chorus is usually when like a beat divide buildup is happening for the chorus drop. This is not that sort of like hype intensity kind of song. So for one thing, like doing the trill with the strings has a similar effect of the beat divide, but like building up. But also, since it is like a dramatic song concept music video storyline. Whenever you use strings in a song, it makes it feel more dramatic. Continuing talking about the pre-chorus. For the second pre-chorus, I kind of said in the reaction, I was like, oh, did they add the guitar line? Like I mentioned, the little guitar ornament lines that are happening. Also like in the choruses as well. Also like in the final chorus, like sort of outro section too. Because also, I feel like I can't really comment whenever Gray is in a song because it's Gray. One thing that I've noticed a lot in Gray songs is like there will be a lot of like the little detail ornaments, like something will drag your attention here, then here, then here, then here, then here, and like the guitar line really participates in that. But that's not to say that you don't focus on Yookim's voice, because like you do focus on Yookim's voice. For a more like dramatic sort of song, there is like a lot of reverb on his voice, especially more in like the beginning, because there are so few instruments that like the reverb on his voice helps fill up the space so it doesn't feel empty. There's still this sort of like full cushion layer there. I don't really need to say my 2 cents on like you saying like Yookim's voice being soothing, because I feel like I already said that in the reaction, but anyways, I'm done.
Alright, so TLDR for today's video is the GOT7 Maknaes have released solo music now that they're at their 2 new companies. It's super exciting to see them step into this like new phase, I guess. But then it's like also super sweet because if you watch their solo comeback live stages, they both ended with their GOT7 symbol, which is like best friends, soulmate behavior. I don't know about the mirror. But the songs honestly were very much on brand for the 2 of them. Like Ribbon screams Bam Bam, and then All Your Fault is really like showing of where Yugyeom is as an artist.
The serious artist side, yeah.
And it's just so nice to see them get to have this sort of creative freedom. So obviously as fans, we were really enjoying it.
But that being said, if you would like to talk about either of these 2 releases with us more, or just talk about Yugyeom or Bam Bam, or just like GOT7 or anything about K-pop, R&B, hip-hop, I guess too, then feel free to reach out to us on our socials, which are linked in the cards. But also, if you enjoyed this reaction video, then please be sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, turn on your notification bell, and bye!